Fenty sent me this package yesterday. This is their new concealer. I'm so excited about it. I have tried it yesterday and I've worn it all day, so I already have thoughts on this concealer, but I am so excited. They also send their skin drop, Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I always mess up that name, but that's in shade 7. It's what I'm wearing today. And then a powder. I think this is an eye cream sponge, but we're going to be focusing on this. I knew they were going to send this to me because they sent me an email and letting me choose the shades that I wanted to try. And so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to do some check-ins in natural light and all that good stuff. So let's get started. This concealer is called the We're Even Hydrating Longwear Waterproof Concealer. It runs for $30. It comes in 50 shades, and it's not available yet. I was trying to figure out when it's available, but there's no information on this card that they send. So I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do some researching and put it on the screen if I find that out. If not, then that sucks. As you can see, I have removed my background and there's a good reason for that. I had noticed that in the past videos, the color of like the lipsticks that I would put on was not represented well on camera. And I know it's because the background and the camera would pick up more warmth because of certain lights and vases and things like that that I had on the background. So for this video, I wanted to show you really up close and have no distractions on how this concealer looks on the skin. I will do also natural check-ins in natural light and all that good stuff. So, and a wear test. Now I have worn this yesterday, so I already have my thoughts on how it wears. I'm starting this video a little late today. I should have started, I don't know, 4 hours ago. But I will still be able to do a wear test. It may just not be 12-hour wear test. Let's get some information about this product. This is a 12-hour hydrating longwear concealer that comes in a wide range of medium coverage shades with a natural second skin finish. It is free of parabens, cruelty-free. We have here Persian silk tree extract, prickly pear cactus extract, so like some skincare ingredients. And yeah, medium coverage. Let's start. The 3 colors that I picked is 200C, 210W, and 225. And I wanted to have a neutral, a cool, and a warm one. And I'm usually shade 6 or 7 in the dewdrops. 6 if I have 0 tan, and 7 if I'm kind of normal, like I've been outside a little bit. Right now I have 7 on, and I feel like it's a good shade for me right now. The packaging is actually very nice. The doe foot applicator is quite interesting because it's quite slanted, as you can see there, but I actually quite like that because I can really get easily into that inner corner. Yeah, it's kind of weird to go straight down and then, you know, a 45-degree angle, I guess. So here are the 3 colors. This is 200C, 210W, and 225N. And I feel like I did a good job picking these colors. That they're kind of around my skin tone. I didn't mess it up too bad. So when I blend these in, they seem kind of skincare-like. They seem to have like a good medium coverage. Dare I say pretty more than medium. Now that I look at it, it seems like it's a medium full coverage. They seem to blend into the skin very, very nicely. Like you can see that they're not dry. The texture seems like kind of creamy, not very thick. And it seems to have a nice glow to it. So let's put this on. I think I'm going to start with 225N. I may, you know what? I'm going to do 210W on one side and then 25N on the other side, just to show you the difference. So this is 210W. I do like the 200C to kind of cancel dark circles. So I have used that yesterday under one of these. But I just want to show you the colors. Look how just fast and easy that was to blend in. I'm gonna go over here because I have quite a lot of redness. Okay, so that is 210W. And I think it's really beautiful. It has definitely some radiance to it. And it feels so healthy. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't look heavy. I feel like it's a good medium coverage. Yesterday, I was able to build it up a little bit where I felt like it was medium plus. It wasn't quite medium full, but it gave me a little bit more coverage than this, which I'll build it up in just a little bit. But this is the 210W and nothing. Let's do 225N on this side. It's very wet in a way. It reminds me a little bit of the Tower 28 concealer. It's kind of the same wetness that one has, and so easy to blend in, like very, very fast. I'll blend a little bit on my eyes. And that's it. So fast. Okay, this one looks brighter. The 225N does look a little brighter than the W one. However, I'm going to let it sit because, I don't know, maybe this one got a little bit oxidized a little bit or dried down. Yeah, put a little bit on my nose. What do you guys think? I feel like this has a little bit more coverage right now than this side. And obviously it's a little bit brighter. Let's add a little bit of the 200C. Where should we add it? Maybe right here. I think I'm gonna like this color a lot for under the eyes. I'm gonna blend it in. Yeah, I feel like all these three colors will work really well. I will say they're a little lighter overall than what I expected. I expected maybe the 225N to be like this color of my skin, and it's quite brightening. So if you're kind of in between shades, go for the deeper one, I would say, if you don't want a brighter under eyes. I think that looks beautiful. Okay, that C definitely helped this side a little bit. I'm gonna add the W all over my face. So right now, I'm really liking the way this looks on the skin. I feel like it looks healthy, but I feel the need to powder this down. So if I touch my under eye, I don't know if the camera will pick up, like it kind of removes some of the product, which tells me that it needs to be set down. Otherwise, it may move around. It may also need more time for it to dry down and not be so wet. But that's one thing that you kind of need to know, that it is just kind of more wet. And it does feel a little bit more like a skincare. It's not as thick as the Kosas one. It reminds me a little bit of the Tower 28 one, but maybe a little bit thinner in texture. I'm actually going to swatch them side by side. Okay, I have all three right here. I just am curious about the different texture in all of them. Okay, so the Kosas is thicker and creamier. Definitely you feel it a little bit more on. The Tower 28, which has been my favorite concealer lately, is thinner, blends in very nicely, very serum-y like. And then let's do the Fenty one. Okay, the Fenty feels very thin as well. Ooh, it's thinner than the Tower 28. And it's not as creamy. Yeah, the Tower 28, I still kind of feel the creaminess. And then the Fenty, it feels like maybe a little bit stickier than the Tower 28 one. So out of these three, the Fenty is the one that is the thinnest. Okay, so I'm gonna go finish my makeup. I'm not gonna set my under eyes just yet. I wanna see how it sets down, if it needs to be set. I have a feeling that it will be though. So yeah, I'm gonna put maybe a little blush, my mascara, do it pretty minimal. That way we can kind of focus on the concealer. I'm going to tell you real quick what I have on my face. I have the worst habit of not sharing that and not linking anything. So on the blush that I have on, this is from Florasis. It's new. They just sent it to me in Peony Dream Cream Blush. This is not cream. This is powder. But it's very nice, soft. It has kind of a soft radiance to it. On the eyes, I just have my favorite Danessa Myricks, just a little bit of color, mainly on as a liner. And then on the lips, I forgot. Oh yes, okay. So I have this Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Foxy Brown. I love this color. It's like my new favorite lip liner from her. And then the color, that's not it. That's not it. This one, Crush from Anastasia. This is her new lip velvet. I've already done a swatch and a reel with all the shades that she came out with. I absolutely love the formula. So that's on my lips. Okay, let's move on. Back to the concealer. So right now I am craving a powder so bad. It has quite a lot of radiance. I'm going to zoom you in. So here it's how we're looking like. I did not try to clean it up. So I wanted to see just how much it'll get into my fine lines. And honestly, it's done a pretty good job. The only part or the line that it got into is like the fold where my eyelid is pretty much. So that's pretty good in my opinion. But what I need is just a little bit more smoothness right here and a little bit of that glow taken down a notch. I think this would probably look really pretty if you have extremely dry under eyes, because it does feel more skincare, a little bit more moisturizing. So overall, I do like how it looks like. It's definitely brightening. These colors are also quite light and brightening. I still like it. I think it works with my skin tone, but I do want to powder this. Again, I think that just I'm craving that pore smoothness. And I feel like it would probably separate a little bit if I don't powder. Yesterday, I didn't notice any of that, but I did powder, so that's probably why. I'm taking my Givenchy in the shade 3, and I will take a little puff. I will put very, very little, like I'm gonna take most of the powder off and then just go in to set. And, you know, the way they sent this package was pretty much instructed to use the powder that Fenty sent after you put the concealer. So I don't think it's supposed to be self-setting. Okay. That looks beautiful. I really like that right now. It just took a little bit of that, like, shininess away. I have some on my forehead. I was thinking to use the Fenty powder in the video, but I did use that one yesterday. I had never tried it before. And I actually liked it. It was a very hard press, so very little came off. It's almost better as a touch-up powder, I would say, rather than to set your under eyes. But I had liked that yesterday. I was pleasantly surprised. This is how the concealer looks like powder. I like it better powder. I feel like it's gonna stay on much much better, and I know it will because I wore it yesterday and it did stay on pretty well till the end of the day. I like this side better. What I've done after I applied the 225N, I put a little bit of the C, the 200C in it, just to kind of even out the color because this one was a little off. But I do think that the 225N covered a little bit better. The darkness under my eyes is covered a little bit better with a neutral rather than the warmth one. We are gonna wear this most of the day. I'll do some natural check-ins. So far, I'm liking it. I loved it yesterday. When I applied it, I felt like my under eyes looked bright and smooth. Today, I felt like I noticed a little bit of separation, but I also did use the Merit oil under, and I'm curious if this probably doesn't work as well with this texture. So that could be it. It's good that I've tested out yesterday because I can kind of compare what I've done different. And yesterday I did also wear their foundation, the Eaze drops. You know, I can't remember that name. That's it for now. I'm going to do some check-ins in natural light and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, this is first check-in in natural light. And yeah, that's not going to work. Let's move here. Maybe here. Okay, so this side right here, I really like. Let's zoom you in. And then the other side, I don't like as much. This one right here, I feel like it looks nice and smooth. And then on this side, I feel like it's kind of getting in, like it's almost separating. And that's what I've noticed in the room, in the studio as well. I just felt like it was kind of breaking up on this side. But this looks very nice and smooth. So that's not good. Let's go here as well. I'm trying to show you as many different lightings as possible. So here we have the side that I like. And then this side, to me, it just right here, it seems to have broken up. I wonder if I powdered it before I completely smoothed out that section. And that's the problem. But overall, I actually kind of like it. I think when I look up close, I see that like tiny issue. But overall, I think it's actually very nice, kind of brightening. It's not too heavy. I don't feel like this side looks heavy at all. So I overall like it. And yesterday when I wore it, it was very nice. I was very impressed. I was driving and in natural light, and I really liked it. So that's it for now. I will check in a little bit as well. Andrew just got some groceries. We're gonna put those away. And that's it. One more thing. I just burned this candle right here. This is Hinoki Fantôme from Boy Smells. It's so nice. It burned very evenly. The only reason it's a little bit weird right here is because I moved the candle, so the wax kind of moved around, but it burned so even. It was filled all the way to the top, and it filled out this like whole space, which is pretty big. So that's a great candle. A smoky scent. I don't know if everybody's gonna like the scent, but I love it. It's just perfect for winter. So this, yes, I'm gonna try more candles from Boy Smells. I have never tried their perfume or anything, but that's a great introduction into that. I thought I would let you know. Okay, I just reviewed the footage, and this side is where I wiped my finger and I removed some of that product. So that's kind of my only explanation why this side looks so flawless and this side looks just like almost like there's product missing right there. I might have not blended back in well after I wiped the concealer off there. So because I was so confused, I was looking in the mirror here and I'm like, why one side it looks so pretty and then the other one it just looks separated. So maybe that's it, maybe that's not, but that's the only explanation where this one looks so much more patchy than this side. This looks actually really nice and smooth, and then see, it's like it's missing product right there. Anyway, that's it. Should I fix that or just leave it till the end of the day? I may just leave it. We'll see. Car check-in. This is how we're looking like. I kind of feel like this side looks really nice and smooth, soft. Definitely powdering this is what probably made it look so smooth, and the powder helps a lot. I feel like nothing has changed. I just wanted to show you a different lighting and kind of how it looks like. I'm on my way to pick up my son from his school. And again, This side right here, not loving it. This is pretty. I feel like I have no updates, just a different lighting, and I'm hungry. Andrew's calling me. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello, my friends. It is getting kind of late. The sun is starting to go down, so I'm gonna go outside. Whew, it's cold. So here is the side that I initially liked. I still like it. I think it looks good. And honestly, even this right side that I didn't love in the beginning, I feel like it still looks better than it was. It almost like meshed with my skin a little bit better. I feel like nothing has moved. It's not like I've done a ton today. I've been a little bit in and out of the house, but I didn't do a ton of things. So yeah, let me go back inside. It's too cold. It looks so warm in the house. It's really not that warm. Yeah, I have a feeling that I'm gonna need a little bit more time with this to completely give my stamp of approval or to gather my thoughts, just because I had so many little things that I liked and didn't like about it, and I don't know if it was my application or the fact that I wiped my concealer or putting that oil underneath. I don't know. I'm at this point, I'm liking it. I think it's a great one. Yesterday, I loved it. I mean, loved it. I was so excited. And today I feel like I'm like, oh wait, like maybe there's a couple of things I don't love about it, but I'm gonna give you one more update tonight, maybe in a few hours, and give you my final thoughts on it. I'm gonna finish the video here. It is not the end of the day, but I need to finish this video a few hours early because I need to take my kids to jiu-jitsu. I have training today and I cannot have any makeup on, so I need to wipe all of this off. But I think I overall have my thoughts on the product, yet I still would like some more time to test it out to fully give you 100% approval or not. So overall, let's zoom you in. Overall, I think the product stayed put really well. We've already talked about this issue right here. I still see right here that the product has maybe separated, or I didn't blend it in enough and powder on top of that. So I can only assume that that's my mistake because this side looks so smooth and pretty. But I want to test this out a little bit more. I'm going to wear it tomorrow and the next day just to test it out and give you an update soon. I loved it yesterday, like a lot. I was so surprised. It was so brightening. I felt like it made my under eyes look healthy. It was luminous, moisturizing, but not too much. The one thing that I have to say is that it's quite thin, and if you like that, you're gonna love it. I personally prefer a concealer that has a little bit more thickness to it or creaminess to it. So that's the one thing that maybe I would like more of. However, I like how natural and easy it is to apply the concealer, the way it wears. I don't feel like it broke up on me and like moved too much. I ate, I didn't touch up anything, guys. Not the lips, not the eyes, not nothing all day long. So I like it overall. I think it's a great one, mostly if you like the thinner consistencies. I keep trying to move this hair right here and you won't. No, it's still there. Okay. I think the way this blends into the skin is so seamless and fast, and it's kind of a no-brainer. I tried my fingers yesterday. I should have tried that on camera today, but it worked so well with my fingers patting it. My brushes, like I used 3 different brushes, and it did such an amazing job. So the blendability is there. It does feel more like almost like a skincare. I would say the coverage is medium. I still was able to see some of my darkness here. But yeah, this side looks more covered than this side. So the coloring is the one thing that just be careful. Maybe go a little darker if you don't like brightness under the eyes, because I kind of wish I had one darker shade, even though I picked 3, thinking that the 225N will be a little dark on me, or like it will match my face better. It's great under the eyes. It's just a little bit more brightening. So that's the one thing with the swatches. Just make sure you maybe swatch it in store and watch somebody that has similar skin tone to you, so you don't get a shade that's way too light for you. One thing I want to mention is that I felt the need to powder this. It looked so much better after I powdered. It kind of took that luminosity down, but because it's a little luminous, it's not going to be very pore blurring. Most concealers that have some luminosity to it aren't like super blurring. So that's one thing that you should think about. If you don't like powder at all, I don't know if you're gonna enjoy this. If you're okay powdering it, it's great. I looked so much better after I powdered, and I think because it's so wet, it just needs to set down a little bit, and I felt like it needed a little help. So that's I guess it could be a negative for some people. It's not for me. I set almost every single concealer that I have. They're just like maybe a couple that I don't set because they're just too heavy. This is very light, very blendable and soft, and yeah, overall I really like it. And I think that's it. Those are my thoughts for right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.